my shoes off and I'm getting super comfortable. Made my own little TBR jar. No, what did I read in January? I love this. I have on pre-order House of Flame and Shadow. I'm feeling very orange. I've like put so many prompts in here. Picking prompt number 1. I don't know my fruits. We're choosing again. Oh, it looks spicy. I am so excited to actually have a TBR for the first time ever. Like, hello. I feel like I'm like on an angle and I don't like that. Is that like counteracting? Yes. Yes, it is. If things are on a slight angle, I'm sorry. I'm taking my shoes off and I'm getting super comfortable. Hello, welcome to my channel and welcome to the first video of 2024. Today is going to be my first ever TBR jar picks my reads for the month video, and I have made my own little TBR jar out of this like glass jar that is actually meant for like ice. With like little tweezers, you're meant to put ice in here for drinks, but I was like, no one's using it for that and no one's used it for ages, so I'm going to turn it into my own little personal TBR jar. And I basically just scoured TBR videos from Bestie Rachel and Bestie Sarah and like a whole bunch of other YouTubers or booktubers, and just looked on the internet to see all the kinds of prompts, and I found like she is full, guys. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but she is so full. So I thought, let's start. I didn't do a TBR for January because, to be honest, I already had in mind what I was going to read that month. I'll actually quickly just let you guys know what did I read in January. Okay, so if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know I finished Kingdom of Ash, finished the Throne of Glass series on New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve? Yeah, New Year's Eve, like 10:30 p.m. I finished it so late, and that's how I ended the year. So I started the year just wanting a break, giving my brain and my heart and everything a break, and I just wanted a trashy romance or a nice little romance. And so I started my year by reading Twisted Games. I have to say, like, this is definitely the best book in this little, like, they're interconnected standalone like romance novels, and this was by far my favorite. I read it, I liked it, it was great, it was exactly what I needed. I then moved on to try my first ever dark romance novel, and I read Hooked by Emily McIntyre, and I didn't love it. I basically have never ever read any dark romance, so I kind of wanted to just give it a go, and the plot for this one really intrigued me. It was like a Peter Pan retelling, but one where Peter is like the villain and Captain James Hook is like the misunderstood hero vigilante or whatever. But I actually loved the premise. Like, I loved the story, the way it was told. I loved like the elements. I just feel like it could have been done a little bit better, a little bit differently. The ending really threw me. The ending, I couldn't get around that. Next, I read for January The Right Move by Liz Tomford. I don't know how you say her last name. Oh my god, I loved this book so much. You will find a review over on Instagram, but I think, what did I give this? Like 4.5 stars. Like, oh my god, this was so good. It was so cute. This is like a contemporary sports romance, and it was just like Grumpy Sunshine. I love this book. If you have not read this book, please read this book. I also love, because it was about it was a basketball romance, and I've only ever read like ice hockey romances in the past, and so it was nice to have like a different sport, and one that I actually know a little bit about because I've watched the NBL, so it was kind of nice to know that. And even though there was honestly not that much sport in this, to be honest, but I've had like some experience with like his injury scare and things like that, so that was kind of like nice to know, and to like, I don't know how to say it, but like I really enjoyed this book. So if you haven't read this one, absolutely get around that. And then by that point, I felt like I had enough of a break, and I'd let myself like have a breather and just read some nice romance, light fluffy romances, and I was ready to dive into Crescent City. And I did. I read both Crescent City House of Earth and Blood, and then Crescent City House of Sky and Breath, and oh my god, because I knew So I have on pre-order House of Flame and Shadow. I have been told by Australia Post that it is on its way from New South Wales. So I am so excited for that. And now I'm completely up to date. And I started to read Your Fault by Mercedes Ron, which is the second book in, I don't even know if it's like a series or called a Culpa Mia series, but the first book's called My Fault, the second book is called Your Fault, and I think the last book is called Our Fault or something. So anyway, I read the first book only because the movie is out on Amazon Prime and I watched the movie first, and then I found out there was a book and I was like, okay, well, I want to read the book, I want to understand the differences. And I actually really didn't mind the first book. I liked it. I don't know if I even rated it because I read it last year when I wasn't doing this, so I don't know what I would give it now, because it was a long time ago that I read it, but I really I remember enjoying it, and I remember then it making the movie better. So I was kind of excited to pick this one up, and I ended up DNFing it. I really didn't like it. It felt like the After series for me, which I also read the first book, and I just couldn't finish that, again because it came out on Prime and I watched the movie. It was it had all the tropes that I hated, and it felt like the plot went nowhere. So I had to, and my first DNF of the year, but I saw Sarah Corelli talk about how she's not going to spend any time this year reading books that she knows within the first couple of pages of first 100 pages if she's going to like it or not, and if she's not going to like it, don't waste your time. There is that many books I haven't read. So I was like, I'm going to take a page out of her book, and I'm really not liking this. I think I stuck it out still to 250 pages, nearly halfway. Or no, it wasn't quite. It was I think I stuck it out to 200 pages still, and I just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And then I saw a spoiler for myself that there was a cheating trope in this, and I was like, I am gone, you've lost me. I hate cheating tropes. So I DNF'd that book, but basically that's get me all right up until today, which is the 31st of January, and now I'm so ready to pick February's books to be read. And I am so determined to get a 5-star read out of this month. I want a 5-star read to come out of February, please. I haven't read a 5-star read since Kingdom of Ash, which was obviously New Year's Eve. So I want another one, and it's gonna happen. We're gonna make it happen. I'm feeling very orange today. Okay, so I just want to shout out to Rach, who I got this idea for this video for, the TBR jar, which a few people are doing nowadays, and I just think it's so fun to do this. So I'm gonna give it a go. I've put so many prompts in here. I'm so excited to see what comes out of here. Okay, so let's just jump straight in. Oh, I am gonna say I talk a lot, FYI. That I am only going to pick 5 prompts because how many books did I read? I feel like I read 6 books. Yeah, 5.5 books this month. So I'm only going to pick 5 prompts. I feel like that is an appropriate amount of prompts. Last year I read 37 books, so this year I set myself a goal of 50 books, and I figure that if I start out where I'm at, and that's at the moment I've been comfortably reading maybe 4 or 5 books, 1 book a week more or less, or just over, then that's going to not stress me out, because I don't want to take the fun out of reading. I want it to be still a fun activity. So I'm going to stick with that. I'm only going to pick 5 prompts today, and that's going to set my TBR for February. And if I end up reading more, then I end up reading more, but we're not going to stress ourselves out over it. So, okay, let's just dive in, picking prompt number 1. Okay, a book that starts with the first letter of the month. So it's technically January, but because I'm doing this for February, we're gonna do February. So a book that starts with F, I guess. Okay, I've seen one. So we have Flawless by Elsie Silver. I haven't read any of the Chestnut Spring series, and I think this is the first one. I seriously hope this is the first one. So Flawless is one option. I honestly think that that's the only options. Oh, there is one other book. It is on my Kindle. Fear the Flames, I think it's called. That starts with F. So I guess I could just choose between those two. I'm so interested. One non-negotiable is Crescent City 3. It's on my way to me and there is no way I'm not reading that. House of Flame and Shit. Damn it! I was like, there's an F in there, but no. Okay, so aside from that, I'm just thinking like if Crescent City's definitely gonna, I don't care how we do it guys, it's getting in there. But if Crescent City's gonna be in there, do I want to throw like another fantasy in there with Fear the Flames? Or maybe I actually kind of feel like I want to lean towards this romance. I think I'm going to pick Flawless by Elsie Silver. So I feel like it'll be a nice breakup, like it'll break up the month, or it will be like a nice little read for me. So alright, so that's number one for us is Flawless by Elsie Silver. Is book number one. Let's pick again. Am I supposed to look away? And Enemies to Lovers. And Enemies to Lovers. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I know a couple of these are Enemies to Lovers actually that I haven't read. I feel like King of Wrath, is this an Enemies to Lovers? I think it sounds like an Enemies to Lovers. Let me just like Google it. Okay, here we go. It's an Enemies to Lovers, arranged marriage, one bed, slow burn, dual point of view. It's a billionaire romance. Is it? That's crazy. I just assumed. So this is actually a billionaire romance and I've just totally assumed that this was going to be like a, I don't know, I thought it was like a fantasy, I guess, because like it said King of Wrath. But like I can see the skyline, like the city in the background. So that totally, okay, that's totally throwing me. I thought this whole series, the Kings of Sin series, I think this is called. Yes, Kings of Sin series. I thought they were all like interconnected fantasy standalones, but they're not. They're actually like contemporary romances by the looks of it. So this one is a billionaire romance, Enemies to Lovers. So it's an Enemies to Lovers. So I think I'm going to pick this book for my Enemies to Lovers this month. What else have I got? Yeah, okay. I'm going to choose this one for our Enemies to Lovers. So there we go. That's two. Third pick. Oh, A Friend Chooses For You. Okay. I have to choose two books and then send them to a friend and my friend will choose the book for me. What have we got already? So we've got I think, I'm just assuming, a cowboy small town romance and a billionaire Enemies to Lovers. What is missing? We don't have a sports romance. We don't have a sports romance, okay. I've not read any books from the series. But Consider Me by Becca Mack, it's the first one in the like, there's like 3 interconnected standalones and I'm pretty sure this is an ice hockey romance. So this is going to be one choice, we don't have that. Okay, this is definitely an option. No, I just don't know if I'm in the mood. I do have Caught Up, which is the last one in... Oh my gosh, I don't know what any of this series are called. Like, I'm so sorry. But apparently this one's supposed to be really good. And is this a baseball one? Which is, I have no idea anything about baseball. It kind of like, I don't know, I don't know anything about it. But then again, I knew nothing about ice hockey when I read Icebreaker. And that just blew my mind. That just swept me off my feet. So maybe this, but I kind of feel like, yeah, know what? Yeah. Yeah? Why is Powerless staring at me? It's staring at me. Do you think that I could read that after reading Crescent City? But what if something happens? I kind of don't want to put the two together. So I think I'm going to go with these two. Sports romance, let's get it in there. Okay. I'm going to put them on the floor. Take a photo. Okay. I have just sent those books to my friend. Let's see what she says. So one of these is going to be on the TBR. This for February. Okay. Oh. Guys, it says Instapol chooses for me. I don't know my fruits. Don't know why I said that. We're choosing again. My game, my rules. I don't want to do that. I don't know why, but I just feel like I'm already waiting for a friend. I don't want to have to wait for you guys as well. Okay. Come on. Continue a series. I told you guys we were going to get Crescent City in here somehow. Crescent City, I'm choosing Crescent City, obviously. It's supposed to arrive tomorrow, I think. Like, is it tomorrow, Thursday? Yes, tomorrow. It's supposed to arrive tomorrow. So that's 100% going on this list, for sure. So that's great, because like now we've got a fantasy, we've got like a small town cowboy romance, we've got a billionaire's enemies to lovers, some kind of sports romance, and a fantasy. Cool, okay. Next, last up. Wait, has she responded? Okay. My friend has responded and she said, I'm just asking, I'm just confirming. She said the right one, and I'm pretty sure the right one. Oh, okay, never mind. She said the right one and I literally just said the left. And it's clearly not. Okay, so my friend has chosen Consider Me, which is, I think, still an ice hockey romance. Okay, my bad. My brain, I don't know my left from right sometimes. It just happens. Okay, I'm kind of really happy about it because an ice hockey romance sounds so good. So we're going to add that definitely to the TBR. So unfortunately, you're going to have to wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. A spicy romance. A spicy romance, okay. I kind of feel that every single book I've chosen is going to have spice. I don't know. I've heard King of Wrath has spice. I've even heard like Elsie Silver's series, the Chestnut Spoon series, has a bit of spice. And I'm pretty sure this, what is it? It says sexy. So would that not indicate spice? I kind of really am so curious about this series. I just bought, if you saw my haul on Instagram, I just bought like all 3 of the books in this series because I've heard a lot of things. Is this spicy? We need to look it up. It looks spicy. It looks spicy. Okay, it looks spicy. I'm not sure. Is that what he looks like? Okay, I'm not over spoiling it for me. I'm getting too far ahead. But it looks spicy. I think I'm going to throw this one in there because I'm really interested to start this book. I don't know about The Serpent and then The Wings of the Night. I'm really interested to read that as well, but I don't think it's spicy. Oh! Apparently Consider Me is spicy. Oh no, tell me. Oh my gosh, I'm just hearing that. I think this has like a golden retriever main male character. Oh no, stop, because Icebreaker had Nate Hawkins and he was the best golden retriever main male character. Oh my god. Okay, let's just continue our hunt for a spicy book. Just do not know. Ugh. Okay, so this is not, I don't know, I'm not getting super spicy. I'm not getting like it's spice only. I'm getting like it's more the plot and not. And that's okay, because I'm kind of looking forward to that being like a little bit more depth. So I feel like A Touch of Darkness, because that's definitely got, it's spicy. It's spicy. It's very spicy. Okay, so I think we're going to choose this for my spicy romance. We're looking at this for my February lineup, including Crescent City 3. I'm so excited for Crescent City 3. Okay, so for my February TBR lineup, we have Flawless by Elsie Silver, which is like a cowboy small town romance. We have King of Wrath, which is like a billionaire enemies to lovers, I think spicy romance. We have Consider Me by Becca Mack, which is a sports romance. And we have Crescent City 3, which is coming in the mail. And then we have A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair, which is supposed to be a spicy Hades and Persephone retelling, which I'm down for. Let's go. So this is my lineup. February, come at me. February's looking really good. What do I want to start with? I feel like I want to start with something that I'm going to binge. And I feel like I'm going to binge this. I feel like I could definitely do this. Warm me up. Do my stretches. Get ready for Crescent City 3. I am so excited to actually have a TBR for the first time ever. Like, I think the thing that always gets me is that I just don't know what to read next, and now I don't have to like have so much pressure. I'm like choosing not from the 30, of course that happened. So I just never know what to just like pick next. Like, it's so overwhelming, especially when I've got like 40 books to choose from on my physical. That's a lie. Like, I feel like I've got, oh, whatever, I've got like 30 books or like 35 books to choose from on my physical TBR, so it's just so overwhelming. And I don't know, I am a mood reader, but at the same time I can put myself in the mood. If I'm not in a mood, like, I need something to respond to anyway. So like reading, just picking up a book and reading it, but it's just the choosing of the book. Now I don't have to. I have to choose, but it's like from this tiny select few, like, this is gonna be easy. I'm excited. I'm excited for February. I'm excited to trial this TBR thing out for the first time. I'm so happy with my little TBR jar. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me pick what's going to be on my TBR for February, and I hope you guys like can appreciate my cute little handmade TBR jar. I'm obsessed with this, and I would love to know what's on your TBR for February as well, so pop it in the comments below. And otherwise, I hope you're having an amazing day or night whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in my next video.